So we're up here at the Queen Elizabeth Lookout. I've got the guys behind me. We've got the lovely Carol taking some group pictures of the guys. Here she is. So this is the Queen Elizabeth Lookout. So this was opened up in the 1970s by Queen Elizabeth II on her visit here. They touched down in Kingston by boat. We've got Tony here. So we've got a little island, a couple of little islands over the back there. Absolutely spectacular.
Look at your maps. This road down here is called Quality Road today. The original name of the road was Military Road.
So we've just come down to Emily Bay. So Emily Bay is one of the bays that one of the locals swim at. Now all these pines over the back of Emily Bay here, they were actually planted back in the 1950s, and they grow on the spot of an old buried Polynesian encampment. So carbon dating had that down as back in 200 years before European settlement. But that is beautiful, crystal clear water. Nice and protected from the open ocean, where it is quite swelly at the moment. Great swell if you're a surfer. So over the back here we have that Phillip Island, which was in the background of our video this morning. So Phillip Island was used as a hunting ground by the Europeans when they first settled it. Back in the 1980s there was an initiative to actually remove all the hunting animals that they brought in. So they imported pigs, rabbits and stuff, just to name a few. By the time they were able to remove all of the animals that were on there back in the 80s, the island was completely barren. So in the last 30-40 years they've been able to bring it up to 40% coverage thanks to the Nationals of Norfolk Island planting and through the birds. So it is now currently a bird sanctuary. It is a national park, and I believe we cannot go there as part of the tourists, but that could be wrong. And this little island here we have is Pier Island. So that was used by the colonists, by the convicts, thank you Michael. So they were sent over there to mine for some of the, I think it was limestone, wasn't it Michael? Some of the limestone, they mined off that. Yep, so they had to use wooden barges to bring it over from there. Currently down here at Barnabas Church on Norfolk Island. So just a couple interesting stats of facts that he's just informed us of. So this organ over here houses over 300 pipes. It is still played every Sunday for Mass. There is only 9 of these in the world, and that is one of them here on Norfolk Island. Now we have our 5 gospel windows at the top here. Now these are irreplaceable to the point they actually have bulletproof glass on the outside so that they cannot be destroyed. No insurance company will insure them because they are irreplaceable and they cannot be valued. It is marketed, it is suspected that price is in the millions. The other thing too about this, if you have a look through the ceiling, so all this wood, now this church was built in the 1870s. Now, there is not a single nail or screw in any timber here. It is all done with dowel and interlocking timber. Like, that is just amazing. Now, all the sandstone pavers that you see here were actually brought up from the convict camps that have been torn down in the past. Now, the church, when they built it, refused to use these stone inside the church itself, as in their mind it had been tainted. As part of our Norfolk tour, we were planning on doing a informative guided tour of the Norfolk Island cemetery. The cemetery on Norfolk Island is the same cemetery that was used back in the 1800s when Norfolk Island was colonised by Europeans, and it is still in use today. So they do typically run a tourist tour for it, and they go through the history of it, but this tour coincides with a time where we're booked onto another activity. But one of our packs, they wanted to come down and have a look. She is doing a study on history, and she was actually really intrigued about it. So we've come on down here to the Norfolk Island Cemetery, and it's actually pretty harrowing when you look at some of the stories of and the ages that people have passed away here on Norfolk Island. Now, when you are a native of Norfolk Island and you do pass away, it is one of the only places where the entire funeral procession is free. It's paid for by the government. They don't do anything but burials here. We're currently in the original site at the moment, where I'll flick this camera around and you can actually see some survey. So going off what the tour guide said earlier when we came by on the bus, there's a good chance that those survey pegs are expected to be previous grave sites that are unmarked. He did say that there was something like an expected 100 unmarked graves in this area, so there could be more, there could be less, but day 3 of our Norfolk Paradise tour. I'm here with Simone. She's my victim this morning. How are you finding your tour so far, Simone?
Yeah, great. I'm enjoying learning so much about the island and enjoying everything about it so far.
What's been the best thing so far for you?
I don't know. Yesterday was pretty amazing. We had a special day. We did a lot yesterday. We went to a show. We
we went to the Trials of the 15 here on Norfolk Island, which is a little stage presentation. We also checked out the Norfolk Cemetery. Spent a good bit of time walking through that, looking at the history, didn't you?
That's right. That was a highlight for me, but also the orientation tour in the morning was amazing. Just having 2 hours just with a Norfolk local telling us all about the island. So
we've just had Cherie join us over the back here. So today we're going to head up the Bounty Museum, and then we've got a glass boat tour this afternoon, and then we're going to see the day out with a local fish fry. So local fish fry is a traditional meal that they do here on the island. They run it a couple of nights a week, and we've decided we're going to head to that for our meal tonight. We all excited?
Absolutely, can't wait. Local fish is beautiful. So.
Yeah, Cherie, you excited?
Yeah.
Tony?
Yeah, pumped.
So we're working our way through the Bounty Museum here on Norfolk Island. So I thought I'd ask the question, what's the oldest item they've got here? So they've pointed me in the direction of this little guy here. So this is a little signal cannon from a ship from 1730. So his little signalling cannon. He was actually used to tell other ships, change of direction, change of winds, stuff like that. And we actually have a couple of cannonballs here taken from the 1790 HMS Sirius as well. So the thing about this museum though, everything in here, thousands and thousands of items, everything is donated to the museum. Amazing how quickly going for a walk along the beach will turn into getting in. So we're up here at the local fish fry, which they run a couple of nights a week. There's a couple of companies that do it. So, and I've just taken a walk, and right behind me is what I'd say is about a 50-metre cliff straight down to the ocean. And I can hear the waves crashing. This place is absolutely beautiful. The guys are up there enjoying some live music now. We're just waiting for some tucker. We just had a little bit of rain come through, and the locals are absolutely stoked about it, because on Norfolk Island they don't have mains water like we do on the mainland. So little things like that we take for granted, but these guys have to supply all their own water through rain tanks at their houses. And according to the tourist guide the other day, it's been a very dry year, so they're very, very happy for even any rain that they're getting at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to head back in, have some tucker with the gang, and enjoy the night.
They settled on Norfolk, hey, hey, a paradise we're proud of to this day. Hey, I tell you, walk away, you'll enjoy your stay. Put your hands in the air, shake them all around. Doing Simone says, you got it, you'll never be out.
We are at day 4 of Norfolk Island Paradise Tour, and I'm here with my mate Tony. Tony, your holiday's been good? Yes? Tony's having an absolute ball. So we're down here at the information centre at the moment, which is his bread and butter. Loves maps, this guy. Absolutely loves them. And since we got here, I said, we're getting a map. Yep. So we weren't meant to be doing a 4-wheel drive tour today. That's been cancelled because last night we had about 5 hours of constant rain come through. So unfortunately the tracks are pretty muddy at the moment. So they've had to cancel that on us today, but that's right. Gives us a chance to explore a bit more of the city. We're going to go to the Information Centre, the Discovery Centre. We've got a couple of museums that we're going to go check out. Yep, we fly home on Sunday. Very good. Anyway, that's it for today, and we're going to keep you posted with some pictures. just down here at the Museum of Kingston. So this is a heritage listed site. We're in the Sirius area at the moment. So the HMS Sirius was the lead ship of the First Fleet and sank off the shores of Norfolk Island back in the 1700s. So here we're looking at one of the anchors that have been pulled up. Now, just to put this into perspective of how big these boats were, we have a scale model just here. And that is the anchors just there. So the Sirius came in at 118 feet, or just shy of 36 metres now, and weighed in at 512 tonnes. Morning, Tony. Tony's excited to be heading home tomorrow. So we are on our final day of our Norfolk Island Paradise Tour. Today we're doing a bit of shopping. This afternoon we're heading out on a cultural tour before we do a night walk with the Wonderlights, it's called. Tony, yeah, Tony's been having a great time. I don't know sign language, but I'm sure that's what he's telling us. We're head home tomorrow, so I'm not going to worry about this one tomorrow because it's going to be a pretty full-on day getting through customs to and from Australia. Because even though Norfolk Island is a part of Australian territory, we still have to fly in and out through international, so we've got to get our bags checked. But anyway, it's been a great tour. I'll be back on soon with some testimonials from the guys so that they can all tell you about how much fun they've had. And we'll see you on the next one. So, Simone, how have you found the tour with ClubMates?
Yeah, great. I've had a wonderful time and just been incredibly interesting. The amount of touring that we've done and just the company, it's been great. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Have you learnt anything new about yourself or anything you can take home? You know, we push you out of your comfort zone, anything like that?
I'm sure I've learnt a lot of things. I haven't done group touring for a while, so it's been great to get back into that.
Yep.
And I suppose I had a few concerns before I went that whether I could keep up and everything, and it's been great. And you and Carol have been so patient, so that's been wonderful too. I don't think I could do your jobs. Honestly. You've been so good, and the others have been lovely.
Yeah, the other guys have been. It's been a very good tour. This one, nice and relaxed.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, as relaxed as it can be anyway.
And I love this island. It's just, it's beautiful. It's a real paradise. So.
Yeah. So you come back on a ClubMates tour?
Yeah. As I said, spoke to you earlier.
Yeah. We've already had that conversation, but get it on video. Would you request Carol and I again?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Awesome. Well, definitely glad that you've had a good tour.
Thank you.
And yeah, hope the final sort of 24 hours on the island suits you.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, Cherie.
And thank you for sorting out my meal requirements. It's been a bit of a challenge for you both, but you've done a sterling job, and I've got a nice, happy, full tummy, so I never go to bed hungry. So thank you so much.
No worries. More than happy to.
Thank you.
Around. Just completed our Wonderland by Night tour here on our final night here on Norfolk Island. Now look at this. So they've done a bit of a surprise, got us all up here standing in the dark in these olive trees before turning this on, but there's currently just shy of 10,000 lights strung up through these olive trees here on Norfolk Island. It is beautiful.